Hello guys, I'm Maddie Sinish and welcome to another video. In this one, I am going to be ranking Sims 4 base game hairstyles for females. I was inspired by a recent video by Pixelade, so shout out to him. I absolutely love his videos. And he recently did a video reacting to his community's unpopular opinions about The Sims 4, but actually most of the opinions were pretty much fact, and one that really resonated with me was The Sims 4 base game hairstyles are trash. And my first thought was, yeah, they are. But I thought, I know, let's see how trash they actually are. So I'm going to be ranking all of the base game hairstyles for females. I am only doing females because there are 63 hairstyles. There are so much to go through. I have my drink with me to get through it. It is 100% Diet Coke. So let's get into it. So for my ranking system, I have gone with top tier, not completely trash, which is probably quite a pessimistic view, but I've kind of gone with the idea that the standard is so low that not completely trash is kind of complimentary to a base game hairstyle for The Sims 4. After that, we have cats and dogs, which is the perfect example of good, but not quite great, not as good as it could be. I mean, just add more animals. Anyway, the middle tier is meh, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then after that, we have whim system, as in pretty bad, pretty crap, but I mean, not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not good by any means. And then finally, we have get in the bin. I also want to say that this is the first video that I have ever recorded where I am recording both my face and my screen at the same time, so I apologize. Not for anything in particular, I just apologize. So starting with this first hair, it's from the front, I don't particularly like it, and I feel like when it comes up in the CAS menu, I am just not drawn to it at all. But when I was actually looking at it for this video, the bun itself is really, really cute. I just think the front is just not that interesting, so I think I'm going to put this in cats and dogs. Yeah. So the second hairstyle I think is pretty much synonymous at this point with Eliza Pancakes. So for that reason, I cannot rank it very highly because, I mean, it's Eliza Pancakes. So I'm probably, it's not a bad hairstyle by any means, but it's not great. And it's Eliza Pancakes. So I'm going to put it as meh. So the next hairstyle is this short little ponytail. Again, the ponytail itself is just, it's not bad, but the front is just so, I don't know, one thing I noticed when I went through all these hairs is that The Sims 4 does not do fringe as well. And as someone with a fringe, bangs if you're American, they are not good. They're just, they can be really blocky and just like thick and just there. And this hairstyle is one of those. I do kind of like the ponytail, but again, from the front, it's kind of weird. So I think we are going to put this in meh alongside Eliza Pancakes. Now this hair, I get it. I get that it's for clowns, but it's just so bad, and it annoys me so much that it shows up in the CAS menu, and the fact that it could be on Townie Sims. It's an ugly, ugly hairstyle, and like I say, I know it's for clowns. It works for a clown, but even then, if I was making a clown sim, I probably wouldn't even use this hair, so I hate it. Every time I see it in the menu, I'm just like, no, it's disgusting, so we're getting that one in the bin. So this hairstyle I actually really, really like. It reminds me of Lana Del Rey, who is an absolute queen, and I don't use it that much, being 100% honest, but I really think I should, and I really like the sort of fabric that's woven into the braid at the back of the head. So I just think it's a really, really gorgeous hairstyle, and I love the fact that it's base game. It doesn't really look like a lot of the other base game hairstyles, so I am going to rank this top tier, not completely trash. And then this hairstyle, again, it's the fringe for me. It's the fringe. It's just so like, I mean, I appreciate that they've got a long ponytail. It's okay, but it's not great. So I think I'm going to have to put this one in cats and dogs as well. So this one, I honestly don't know how to feel about this hairstyle, because I appreciate that it's different and they were doing something just very different, and it makes the sim feel a bit more individual, but at the same time I can't see myself ever using it, probably because I never have used it, and it's just really strange. I feel like it's making me drink, which says a lot. But anyway, I appreciate it's different, but I just don't think it's very usable. I don't think it's that great. So I think I'm going to place this in the meh tier. So this one, do you know what? This is another one where from the front, when I see it in the cast menu, I avoid it like the plague. I think it looks awful. But as I was rotating it, it actually has a lot of really cool details, and I love the kind of little band that I guess is holding it together. I actually really, really like the details in that one. But again, from the front, it's just that little like flick. I don't know, it looks bizarre. But it's one of those hairstyles that as I was looking through the cast menu, I thought I actually would use this one on a sim. I mean, I probably never will because I use custom content. But if I had to do a base game only sim, I probably would be tempted to use this hair. So I think I'm going to put it in cats and dogs, which I wouldn't really expect to do. But like I say, it surprised me, shall we say. But this one, I don't like. I used the same color, like hair color, to model all of the hairs, and I did find that some just look very different to others, even though they've got the exact same hair color. And this was one of them. It's got a real orangey tint, even though I had it on like the lightest brunette color, which I find it very, very odd. And it's just the way that the curls are very tight. The shape of it is just very strange. Even just looking at the picture of it now, again, it's one of those, I appreciate what they were trying to do, but I just don't think it was executed very well, which if that doesn't sum up the Whims system, I don't know what does. So this hair, I kind of have mixed feelings about. Part of me likes it. I actually in real life really like that hairstyle with like the little bun at the top. So I think it's one of the better ones, but I still don't think it's that great. I feel like for a lot of these hairstyles, it's the shape of it is just, it's not realistic. A lot of the hairstyles either are like super flat, like super like stuck to the head, or they're just too big. And I feel like this one kind of, it's like really thick at the bottom, but then like really flat at the top. I don't know how to feel about this one. I just watched the like clip I did rotating the hairs back. And the other thing is like the bun is like directly on top of the head. And I think that's the problem. If they put the bun a bit more towards the back, it would be a lot better. So again, I think I'm going to say it's good, but it doesn't quite reach its potential. So we are putting it in cats and dogs. So this hairstyle, it's very boring. Like, I've never used this for any of my sims because again, even within the base game, although base game hairs are trash, which is the point of this video, it's just, some of them are more interesting than others and some are a lot more boring than others. And this is one of those really, really boring ones. Is it that, it might even be the hair that Nancy Is it the hair that Nancy Landgrab has? Yeah. Okay. It's the hair that Nancy Landgrab has, so we can get that one in the bin. So this hair is the ultimate Karen hair, and I feel like this is appreciated if you want to make Karen sim, because you can. This is the ultimate Karen hair, and I have to give it props for that one. But the point of a Karen hair is that it does not look good. It's not a fashionable style. I feel like I'm going to offend a lot of people if they do actually have this hairstyle, but I don't care, it's not good. So I'm putting it in Wim's system. I'm not putting it in Get in the Bin, because again, I feel like if you want to make a Karen sim, we have the Karen hair ready made in the game, which I very much appreciated. But apart from making a Karen sim, I would never use this hair. So just as the same, I don't use the Wim system. I think that's just where it's got to go. This bun, it annoys me. It really annoys me. I think it's nice to have a bun, especially a bun that's kind of looks... It's a neat bun, but it's also quite thick, so it gives the idea that it's a messy bun. But it just looks strange. It just looks like once you've had the bun in your hair for a few hours and it starts to get all loose and your hair starts to get like... It starts to kind of push forward, giving the illusion that you've got like a big head. That's what it reminds me. It's like a bun after a few hours of wearing a bun. So I don't particularly like it, but it's also not terrible. Like I wouldn't say I hated it, but I also wouldn't say that I would use it or I like it. So I think this hair is going to be in the meh category. I'm trying to say it meh. It's meh. So this annoyed me because I was modelling all of these hairs on Bella Goth, and for some reason she makes all of these hairs look better than they are, because this hair is used by one of the Caliente sisters. I'm not 100% sure which one, and she's got, is it ginger hair? It looks terrible. Like, again, this is an example of a hair that is just, it's so thick with just like these two random thick strands just there. Again, it's such a big hair. I absolutely hate this one, but Bella Goth really makes it look good. So I'm kind of conflicted. I think on Bella it's not terrible, but on some sims it is. I'm probably going to put this in Wim's system. Not terrible, but bad. So this hair, I appreciate them putting in a short hair in the game. I found with a lot of hairs, it's just in chunks. Like, it's just very, like, there's a lot of triangle shapes. Even when you see the texture in the back, it's like all the hairs in kind of like chunks like this. It looks like a Christmas tree, and this is not the only hair. Again, I appreciate that, you know, they're trying to put in a stylish short hairstyle, but I think there's definitely better ones in the game. There's not good ones in the game, at least in the base game, but there's better ones than this. But it's also not the worst hair, you know? It's not the worst. So I think I'm going to put this one in Wim's system as well. Yeah. And speaking of hairs that are synonymous with townies, we have the Bella Goth hair. I'm torn because I really want to, because it's on Bella Goth, I want to give it not completely trash. But it's a very shiny hair. Hairs are either blocky with lots of triangles, shiny, really flat, or really big. I think that's just my summation of the hairs in this base game. But I think because of the beautiful Bella Goth, I've got to give this one not completely trash, because it's a really glamorous hair. Like, if I made a glamorous sim, I think that this is a really, really nice hair to have. So yeah, I'm going to put this one in. Yeah, I'm happy with my decision on that one. I think purely, if Bella Goth had a different hair, I'd probably be putting it in Cats and Dogs, but she makes the hair what the hair is, if that makes any sense at all. So this hair, do I think it is the worst hair? No. But what I do think is that this hair said no to texture. This hair said, I just want to be stripy. It's just like pure stripes. Like if you look closely at it, they're either triangles or they're stripes. This one's gone for stripes. And again, I kind of appreciate trying to do something a bit different on top to make the hair different to all the other hairstyles that we have, but I just think the texture is absolutely trash. So I'm going to give this one a ranking get in the bin because, yeah, texture's crap. I've had too much. But it's crap. I can't help it. Okay, so this one again, justice for fringes in The Sims 4 because fringe, like I love my fringe. I've had my fringe since I think I popped out of the womb, full fringe. I never have to do my eyebrows. I never have to worry about spots on my forehead. So I am an advocate for fringes. But again, this one is just a pure block. The ponytail is okay. The little strands on the side is okay. But it's just, again, it's funny as well because I have a really blocky fringe and I hate blocky fringes in The Sims 4. But damn it, I can do it and Sims can't, so that's kind of my take on the subject. In real life, you can kind of see like the texture. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, but this in The Sims 4, they just put a block on the forehead and call it a fringe. And I don't appreciate this. So this one is going to get in the bin. It could easily go into Wim's system, but I like the symmetry that we've got going on at the moment, so it's in the bin. This hair is a rare win for The Sims 4 in my humble opinion, because this hair screams glamour. I remember when the base game came out, I used this hair quite often. Again, I think it's really nice. I use it a lot for, or at least I did before I discovered custom content, but I used to use it a lot for formal attire. I think it works really nicely with that. Like you wear a nice gorgeous dress and then you have your hair all to the side. I actually really like this hair, so I would even give it the highest form of compliment of saying that it is not completely trash. So enjoy that glamorous side-swept hair. You are not completely trash in my eyes. Of course, it is just an opinion, but it's kind of right. So this next hair is terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and I'm not just saying that because of the fringe, partially because of the fringe, but the ponytails are just really strange, and I don't get why it's such like a thin band, and then the hair just kind of twizzles into like a little triangle point. I don't get it. It doesn't look realistic in any way, shape or form. So I am going to have to politely ask this hair to get in the bin. If you want to see hair in bunches look good, custom content creators have got so many nice like hair bunches, but for some reason The Sims 4 just didn't know how to do it. It's just the twist for me. I just find it very odd, but it's okay because it's in the bin now. So I'm moving on to the next one. So I just had to remind myself of this one by watching the replay of it spinning around, and it is absolutely atrocious. Like, it's truly atrocious. I don't get this kind of like layered effect. I don't know why I'm trying to demonstrate and describe hairs using my hands, but it's layered like at the front, and it's like really poofy at the front, like it's like a really tall hair with like a tiny little ponytail at the back. Again, the texture is just not there for this hair. And I think it needs to go over there. Sorry. That's what happens when I drink pure Diet Coke. So this next hair, I like it. I really like that little braid. I wish I knew how to do that. I do not know how to do anything except tie my hair up in a ponytail, so I'm kind of jealous. I really, really like this hair. One thing I don't like is the ponytail itself. The way it just like, they just don't know how to do like natural flows of hair, I'm noticing. So this one is good, but not the best. I think if they could do just like either like a straight ponytail or one that just kind of like flicks at the bottom, but it's just the way it's kind of like almost like an S shape. So it's good, but it didn't say realism. So I think I'm going to put this one into cats and dogs. So I appreciate where this hair was trying to go. But it ended up in triangles. That's where it ended up. Lots of triangles at the back. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to kind of the just block. I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's again, I appreciate what they're doing with these short hairstyles, but the flick, I don't know what it is with them, and just again the natural flow of hairs. Like, I can't even begin to imagine the amount of hairspray that you would need to maintain a hairstyle like this. But I don't know, when I'm going for short hairstyles in the game, this one just never stands out for me. It's just that little flick. If it wasn't so flicked, if it was kind of either just there or like just swept slightly, I think it would look cool. But it's just that little like unicorn horn that they've decided to give this hair, and the triangle texture at the back that just requires that this hair goes in the bin. Sorry. So this hair, again, the texture is just, it's strange. It's really bizarre to me, the texture of these hairs. I can't quite get over it. However, I don't really know how to finish that sentence. I don't hate it. Do you know what it is though? I think I've only ever used this hairstyle on males. I think it does personally work a bit better on males. However, I'm looking at it's not really one I use, but I don't actually think it's all that bad, which I didn't think I would kind of say. Do you know what? I think I'm going to give this one cats and dogs, because it's not actually that bad, but it definitely could be a lot better. So we're going to go with cats and dogs. Oh, I just watched this hair back. It looks like a Christmas tree. I don't know why. It looks like a complete Christmas tree. It's so flicky. It's really bad. Like, yeah, that's absolutely awful. The length is not good. The way it like just... And also the fact that it's a Christmas tree. It's not a nice hair at all. I feel like I need to... Every time I see a really bad hair, I just feel like I need a drink, which... You know, I mean, it's pure Diet Coke after all. But yeah, it's not good. So I think that hair can get in the bin, but not just this hair, because this next one, okay, it's too big. It's a strange color. It's kind of coppery, and it's just really shiny. Like, I noticed as I was rotating it, it just has this weird line of shine. That's just, it's just odd, and I hate the shape of it. Again, I don't know why there's this need to just put two strands at the front and have it really big at the back. So it's very, very similar to this hairstyle, but even worse. And because of that, I think that this hair needs to get in the bin. Yeah,